everyone. Welcome to our WarriorBabe interview with our WarriorBabe, Valerie. Valerie has been in WarriorBabe for 10 months now, starting back in the blueprint in June of 2020. Valerie's primary focus over the last 10 months of being a part of WarriorBabe has been fat loss and getting more tone, showing more leanness. And we'll touch base on her amazing results within the interview today. And I am so stoked to have Valerie here, that she can bring you insight and value today, as she has done such a great job, both mentally and physically, because we all know it's not easy and we want to be where we want to be faster. And I've watched you along your journey. And although you have made such amazing results, I know that you always want to be better. And I'm really excited for you to share this insight here on this interview and your results in the time that you've been with WarriorBabe. So everybody, let's welcome Valerie here today. I am so excited to have you, babe.
Hey, Nikki. Hey, community. How's everybody doing? So happy to be here, and the opportunity for Nikki letting me share my story.
Yes, that's exactly it, your story, and I cannot wait for you to share it. So let's get a little background on you first. How old are you? Occupation? What's your family lifestyle like? All that jazz.
So I'm 49. I'm a banker. I have 2 adult kids, 24 and 27. Married for 31 years. Fitness has always been a part, well, I shouldn't say always been a part of my life. I really started like around 2005. And, you know, I've just kind of incorporated that into wanting my kids to be healthy as well. So.
Awesome. So let's start from the beginning of your WarriorBabe journey. You said you started back beginning of 2020, near the beginning of 2020.
2005, sorry.
2005.
2005, my workout journey started, but WarriorBabe 2020.
Gotcha. So let's start from the beginning of the WarriorBabe journey.
Awesome.
Where were you before you found WarriorBabe? Like, what were you doing before WarriorBabe?
You know, really, Nikki, I was following my girlfriend's, whatever she was doing, I was trying to do. You know, she was a competitor, and, you know, she was dealing with her own nutritionist, and, you know, she kind of just gave me what she was doing. And it, you know, I was thinking, well, if it's working for her, it's going to work for me. And I couldn't be more wrong. I wasn't getting any results. She was like cutting and I was gaining. Like, she's losing 5 pounds, I'm gaining 5 pounds. It was just frustrating. I had the workout mentality. I was fond of that, but my nutrition was just all over, you know. And I talked to several people before in the past about, you know, different diets. You know, I see somebody doing something, I try to jump on their bandwagon because I thought I'm going to get results too. You know, I ran into a friend at the gym and she was doing keto. I was like, oh, she explained it to me. She gave me some information. Worst thing I ever did to myself. All I did was turn around and, you know, I lost a couple pounds. I ended up gaining like double the weight back. I'm always like a fluffy girl, you know, and I tried Weight Watchers. I tried Jenny Craig. I've tried, my husband and I tried to do like V-Shred, and that was horrible for it. It was just so many different programs out there that I tried, and it just, you know, I was getting the quick results, and then I would end up doing more damage. I wasn't really sustaining my lifestyle. I really wanted to get the knowledge of how to do this myself and how to make it so that I could do this for the rest of my life and not rely on other people's, you know, ins and outs. I want to teach myself how to do it.
Yeah, I love that. What struggles were you trying to solve?
You know, I would say my struggles really were, you know, I did my working out, you know, and I just, you know, I wasn't getting results, and I just felt like I couldn't even walk past the mirror and look at myself and be happy with my results. I had a lot of self-image issues where I just thought that my husband would say, oh, you're beautiful. But when I walked past the mirror, I didn't want to look at that girl. And that, you know, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not alone, babe. There's a lot of women out there that have the self-sabotaging thought process of body image and looking in the mirror, not wanting to look, trying so many things that only wreck the inside of the body, that maybe get quick results but don't have the longevity of them. So with being a part of WarriorBabe, let's talk about the results, because it's been so cool to watch your journey from the start of the blueprint to now. I mean, it's had its ups and downs, and I would love for you to shed light on that. But let's talk. Yeah, let's just talk about your journey here in the last 10 months. What results have you achieved?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
First of all, and foremost, I would say my mind. My mind is on a whole new level. And I thank you and your program for that, because, you know, I was really hard on myself. And I always let people get into my head and follow them. And now I'm like, I'm the leader here, and I'm going to lead my journey. You know, my husband would get up and he would say, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym today. Well, he didn't feel like going to the gym. I guess I don't feel like going to the gym because I wanted to, you know, be around him. Now if he says that, I'm like, deuces, I'll see you when I get back, you know? So I don't let those things, you know, or if he wants to go and do something and go out and it's just not where I am that day, then all right, you know, I took some ownership of me. You know, I'm a mom, you know, I was, you know, their needs first, you know, family needs first. And I just never really put my own needs ahead of everybody else's. And now, you know, I'm not saying that I'm completely selfish, but I'm taking control over my results and what I want.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Deuces, I'm out. I'm going to the gym. See you later. I got my goals.
I'll be back in a bit.
That's awesome,
Yes.
babe. What's the results you've seen in terms of weight and
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
So I started at about 164, and I'm weighing in about 138 now. So my pant sizes were like 10, 12, and I'm into like a 4. So I'm real happy with it. You know, of course, my mind is always going like, what's my next thing? I still want to lose some more inches. I'm not really worried about the scale so much. I'm worried about those inches. You know, I've got a couple problem areas that I want to target. Of course, we know we can't just target one area, but I know that if I keep on my journey and keep consistent and trust in this process, that it's going to happen. I have no doubt.
Yeah. You're the before and afters. I'll have to like get them in here and like put them in and edit them in here, because holy moly.
And I gotta get on myself's way sometimes, you know. And I think we had this on a talk one day on our call, and I was down on myself because I was like, I'm not seeing any results, you know, I'm not moving. And I realized I'm looking at myself on a daily basis. And I think when I sent you a picture and you were like, really? Do you not see the difference? And, you know, and I think for me personally, I look at it like from week to week versus looking at it like, what have I accomplished in this 10 months? That's where I'm like, okay, fire, you know. And I just recently started to the gym, and I got the best compliment the other day. One of my, some of the people that were going to the gym prior to COVID, we were there together this past weekend, and they were like, "What in the hell are you doing?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Man, your muscles are popping out." And you know, I'm just like, "They've been here." Nice that they saw the difference, and they're like, "Wow, you're doing an amazing job." And they're like, "I didn't want to say anything." I'm like, "Please say something."
Yeah, what you've accomplished, Valerie, in 10 months and is like what people try to accomplish and or like think they're going to accomplish. First of all, people always want fast results.
Yeah.
But you've stayed consistent, steady. You've had, you know, a little up, down, but majority of the time you've you're winning, you're on point, you're consistent. And that's what's gotten you to where you are now 10 months later, where typically people go like this, and then 5 years, they may get where they want to be, but you just accomplished it in 10 months. And there's still so much more to go. You're on this journey, right?
Yep. And then it doesn't help that, like, good old doctor, confirmed that I'm going through the menopause. And, you keep reminding me that it's a good cycle to go through, and maybe I need to train a little different. And that has helped to listen to my body, listen to those body signals that you told us to recognize, and rest, recover, and understand that, you want your body to work for you, not against you, and follow me and do what I tell you to do. And it's working.
Yes. Let's talk about that, because this is only recent though, right? That like your doctors, because I know we were seeing good results, and then it kind of, you started coming to the calls. Yeah. You came to the calls. You're like, okay, again, like big picture, there's big results. But again, week to week, we went a couple months. I'm just like, okay, what's going on? And then you chime back in and you're like, I got going through menopause right now.
It's definitely, you gotta train different. And, again, I've been working out for a long time, and it took a little bit off my pride that I had to change some things, and then changing those things, the results started picking back up. So, it's just hard to adapt at first, but I have to realize that at this stage of my life that it's important to make those changes.
You just nailed it. That's going to help so many women, Valerie. Like, your body adapts, right?
It
Through different
does.
stages. You got to adapt with it. And you did. And that's where we noticed another shift.
Yep.
And so it's people try and fight through menopause. And it only just ends up with, eating 1,200 calories, and then 6 months later you're bashing into the wall. If you're fighting through menopause, trying to go harder, thinking you're working harder, you're just making the whole thing harder. If you work with it and adapt to it, and you're a prime example.
Yep. So true.
It'll start getting back into the groove.
Yep. So true. Your body does adjust. I didn't think I was going to be able to eat carbs ever again. And, till I got into this program, I was just like, when is she going to give me more now? We're going to have more.
Yes.
We're going to get more. I mean, keep them coming.
Yeah. How did you, because a lot of women struggle with that. I'm glad you brought that up. They struggle with the mentality of eating more. How did you deal with coming in from what you were doing, trying a bunch of different things, to coming into WarriorBabe? And I'm like, eat. Eat. Like, how did you deal with that mental side of things, to wanting to the psychology of eating more to build more muscle and be done?
No, I started doing a happy dance. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have a problem eating the food. It was, I'd say now my body, it gets mad at me, and I'm like, oh, hold out just a little bit longer. It's not time to eat yet. But in the past, I guess, mentally, I just kind of said I'm not allowed to have it, and I kind of just dealt with it. Now I'm like, these are body signals. You need to listen to them. Maybe you need to make some type of adjustment. And but yeah, I've always had an appetite. So yeah, it's nice that I don't have to seclude myself from functions, or enjoying the foods that I enjoy cooking, because I enjoy cooking. So, and love baking and things like that. So I don't have a problem getting on MyFitnessPal, making a recipe, and just sitting back and enjoying it now. So before I'd be like, oh no, that's got flour in it. That's got, ooh, no, that's too much. I can't eat that many fruits. I can't have that. I remember one day he told me, eat a Pop-Tart. And I'm like, for real? For real? I went out and bought a big box.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Good. I love that. You had no problem eating the food. It was just, I guess, understanding like where,
I'm
like
allowed
maybe
to
you
eat.
can tell me that like you have no problem eating it, but what can I eat? How much can I eat?
Yeah, exactly. And that's where the understanding the macros, what I really, the part that I needed was knowing what I was allowed to eat or how much I was allowed to eat. Once I found that part out, it was like, I felt golden. I felt like, um, there's no blockage now. I figured out, hey, if I want to eat this, I might have to give up something else to fit that, in, but I'm willing to cut back on my rice a little bit just so I can eat that Pop Tart. You know, that's how I feel about it.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What since there's going to be a lot of women listening to you and your story, and this is so valuable and so much insight in so many different areas for women, food to menopause. What would you tell somebody? What advice would you give somebody who's just starting their fitness journey?
I would say take your time, read everything. Because the first thing I did was once I signed up for the program, I listened to everything you said probably in 3 days. And I don't think I retained any of it. I mean, I was probably staying up later than I needed to. I was listening to you on the way to work. I was listening to you, after work, on my lunch break. So I was just kind of like, I wanted to know everything right away. So, but what happened was I had to go back and listen to everything just so I could actually retain it. But I would say take your time, stay consistent, trust the process, trust you, um, you know, don't be afraid and, enjoy the process because it is a lot of fun. You know, I struggled a little bit at the beginning with the my fitness pal, just kind of like putting everything in, do I scan it this way? Do I do it that? But I can get it done in 5 minutes now, if that. Um, I know what I like to eat. I If I want to cook something, I change it up. I know how to change it up immediately. So I'm not afraid of all those things. So again, enjoy the process. Uh, Stay accountable. Get on the Facebook group. Talk to the other babes. Let them be your pat on the back. I know my husband is tired of hearing me talk sometimes about my journey, and it's really nice that I have the babes in the community that um, that are willing to listen or need the encouragement or whatever the case may be. I'm always, I don't mind if somebody private messages me, and I hope that no one private, I message them, some of the babes, they're going through things, and I reach out to them just to check up on them because I feel like we're a sisterhood. Um, we are miles away, but I feel like that's what you brought to this is not only um, fitness and nutrition, but you brought us all together from all parts of the world. So thank you.
Yeah, maybe it's pretty cool to see how our community is and how we're all growing and how we're all on the same journey together and all achieving, going after the same goal. But the core root of everybody is this strong go-getter mentality. And you can see the ones that have the excuses, pop into the community like, oh man, they're not gonna last. They're not gonna last.
Yeah, not everybody will, right? But
yep, exactly.
You would hope you would hope that everybody has to do it on their own time, and you can't force somebody to do something. And that's where the commitment takes place, and the determination. And once you have that, you, you're writing your own pages there. This is your journey, and you have to walk it. You have to live it, and that's what makes a difference.
Exactly. Amen. Amen. Where did you first hear about WarriorBabe?
So I told you I tried all these programs, right? And I was on Facebook, and your ad popped up. And I'm like, I told myself I wasn't doing anything else. I'm not joining any more programs. I'm not trying anything else. I'm just going to keep
every woman's thought process.
Yeah. So then you popped up. I swiped you up. I was like, I ain't watching this. And damn thing came back on my page again. So I was like,
You fell into my algorithm.
I did. So I was like, all right, let me watch it. And then from there, that's when I started losing my sleep because I was like, okay, let me watch it. And then I ended up watching it and I watched the whole thing. And I was like, oh, she told me I was getting something at the end. Right? And I was like, okay, it was, I don't know, I probably watched like 3 different ads, right? So next thing I know, I was like, I couldn't sleep. I was just like, oh man, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This program, she's going to teach me all this stuff. She's going to give me some coaching. Oh my God, this is everything I'm looking for. So I started getting really excited. My heart rate just started going. And so next morning I got up and I just said, I'm signing up. I didn't need anybody to talk to me or anything. I already knew I had my mind made up. I didn't talk to my husband. I didn't do anything. I just signed up. So I'm going to say about a month later, I was in the program and my husband's like, what are you doing? Why are you going downstairs to get on some Zoom call? Or where are you going? And I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a WarriorBabe. And he was like, what? What? You're what? And I said, I'm a WarriorBabe. And I said, yeah, so I'm involved in this community where, there's other women just like me and we're on this journey. And, I feel like I started becoming you on this commercial, right? And I'm telling him everything. And he's like, okay. And then so he says, well, show me what you're doing. And I show him the program. His first response is, well, do they have a warrior dude? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I don't have warrior dude. It's just for babes. And he was just like, I invited him to do my workouts with me. And he was just like, holy mackerel. I can't say that, but he was like, what did you do to me? I feel so sore. He's like, you hurt, this hurts. I have used muscles I have not had.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So, yeah. So he didn't have a clue what I was doing until like a month later.
That's hilarious. That's so funny. Because so many women are like, I gotta talk to my husband, I gotta see what, right. And then you're just like, I want it, let's go. Yeah. And then they reap the rewards months later, right? That's so funny. Yeah. So what piqued your interest the most? Because you're like, you couldn't sleep. Next morning, you're like, I'm in. Like, what piqued?
Yeah, it was just the knowledge that he was dropping, and then the things that you were saying. I was like, okay, she's gonna teach me about macros because I now heard that I can learn about macros, right? And that's gonna make some differences in my diet and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, what did I do? Before you, I was like on Google search looking for different macro tests and find my body type, whatever. And I tell you what, I take the test 7 times in 10 minutes and I get different answers. I didn't know what to do. So it was frustrating. I was just like, well, what do I follow? Then you say, oh, I'm going to teach you this. I'm like, you're going to teach me? Right. Okay, you're going to teach me. So I'm having a conversation with you and you don't even know it. It's true though. It's true. It's honest to God. Oh God. This is how it went down in my head. And so we're having this conversation, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm going to teach you." And I'm like, "All right, I'm going to give you a chance. But if you don't teach me, I'm out of here."
It's so funny. Did I meet your expectations?
You did, over and beyond, And I'm telling my girlfriends that I'm still trying to get my girlfriend to do it, and she's just like, I am not counting my macros. I am not tracking. I said, well, this is not for you.
Well, the people that track macros get more results than the people that don't.
She's like, I'm not doing it. I already know what I'm eating. I said, well, then, your program worked for you, but it didn't work for me. I need something that's going to work for me. And this is proven, Through COVID, you have got me in the best shape I've been in since 2000, and I can't tell you when.
COVID, all during COVID, you've had the best results you've had.
Oh my gosh, yes. I've had the best results in my entire fitness journey since I started working out in 2005. That's when I really started working out and watching what I was doing. Prior to that, I had to go for walks and things like that. I've had lost weight, but I wasn't working out. My husband had scared me when we first got married. He asked me to go to the gym with him. We were really young. I got married, I was 18 years old. and he took me to the gym with him, and we did a leg workout. And the next day I couldn't walk, and I was afraid as hell. I was like, if this is how it's gonna feel, I never want to feel this again. And then 15 years later, I said, all right, I'm ready to start working out. No lie. And then now I'm in. Girl.
Now you're doing strength training, 4 or 5 days a week.
I'm a whole nother woman now.
Oh, that's amazing. So describe what Warrior Babe, what it means to be a Warrior Babe.
Oh my gosh. I would say that being a Warrior Babe is, I want to say how my son said it the other day. He said, you must be the most focused person I've ever known you to be right now. So the focus of being a Warrior Babe right now has brought me to another level, and my energy level, my spirit, just as a person. So that's what Warrior Babe has done for me and made me. So made me a better
That's
person.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool to hear. Where do you feel like you got the most value from Warrior Babe? Like, what about the program gave you the most value?
Definitely the mindset, and I would say, definitely. Well, man, it's hard to say. Whole package, man, but definitely the mindset, the um, the macros, like just giving myself the power to be able to enjoy things in life, the food wise, the coaching, just you being there to support us. I'm so happy that I'm not on this journey by myself where, I don't have someone to check in with. That to me is such a valuable piece. And I hope it never goes away. That's what I like. I like that you're there to help us be accountable. You've given us a community, everything, Nikki. I can't say one thing over the other. I sleep more now because of you. I go to bed because you're like, oh, you need to get more sleep. I'm like, I need to watch this show on TV. No, go to bed. It's just different. Everything that you have preached to us, I take every bit and piece serious. So everything about this program, the friendships that I've made outside of my own life or my, where I am now, home in Maryland, the friendships that I've made through Warrior Babe. I feel like some of these ladies, I know more about them than I do, my friends here.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I can't pinpoint one thing over the other. The whole process.
That's awesome. That's so cool. What with the women that are listening right now, if you had to look at them in the eye and be like, you need to become a Warrior Babe, why should somebody listening right now take action?
If you're tired of being where you are and you're ready to make that journey into a new you, I would say jump on it. Stop looking back, move forward, put one foot in front of the other, and let the journey begin. Let the new you come out. Let the new you start your life.
Powerful. Mic drop.
Yeah.
That is awesome, babe. This has been such a great interview. Your value, insight, everything you brought to the table. So good. So to close it off, what's your favorite? 'Cause everybody always loves and wants to see like meal or macro options. So like, what's your favorite snack / macro combo?
This last month has been Eggo waffles, 2 Eggo waffles and walnut butter. It's like there's this walnut butter. It's called oatmeal cookie dough. And I just put that on my warm waffles, let it melt. It's like heaven. That's my late night snack.
That is amazing. Oh my God. You're gonna have to share with the community what this what this is. And then what's your favorite muscle group to be worked out?
I would say shoulders and biceps.
Yeah. Nice. I think every Warrior Babe,
but that's not my favorite one right now.
Which one? Your
I
tush.
said I need to be working on them legs a little bit more, but
I don't think anybody, I think there's one warrior babe that said that she enjoyed legs as her favorite workout.
now that the gym is open, I would say maybe it will transition, but working out from home with the legs is not my favorite.
Yeah,
But
that's awesome. Well, thank you, babe. This has been an awesome interview. I cannot wait. I'm hoping that tons of babes, and they will get tons of value, tons of insight. And for those of you who want to learn more about the programs and about WarriorBabe and what it offers you guys and how to get started, you can go to WarriorBabe.com and become, like Valerie said, a part of thousands of women, strong women, a community of women. Even though there's thousands of them, you make friends. Everybody knows what everybody's doing because of our Q&As, and they hear the wins on the Q&As. You can become a part of thousands of women who are getting toned and becoming stronger, more confident versions of themselves. Valerie, babe, thank you so much for being here today and sharing your journey, sharing your story, giving value, and providing insight. It was awesome.
Thanks, Nikki. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. All right, guys. See ya.